Okay, so I've been asked, how do you find this statistic? First things first, we got to hope that you have admin access, which I will work with Jay to make sure that you have the access to view your particular LOs under your branch. But if you don't, after this meeting, just shoot me an email and I'll get it over to Jay and have him give you the access. But here's where you start. So when you log on to your Insellerate, you're going to see this main dashboard. In the main dashboard, you have this field. For me, it's up here. Some of you guys have like a little arrow here that you click, and then you'll see Insight. You guys usually work at Inflow, but to get the statistics, it's in Insight. Sorry, say that 5 times fast. Once you click Insight, then you're going to scroll over to Sales Manager Report version 2. You click this, and then immediately you'll be able to see your Sales Manager Report. Now, some of you will have this Excel export button. Some of you won't. If you don't, once again, just reach out to me and I'll get you the access. Now, the way you want to be able to look at this is by date. So what I did was I ran a month to date review for you guys. When you open this, you'll be able to see every date channel that you want. You can look at yesterday's performance, this week, last week, this month, last month, this year, all time, or you can do a custom range. Now, for you guys, what I encourage you guys to do is to do this for the previous day. So always click yesterday. So when you're doing that, when you're clicking yesterday, it'll show you the date range here. Once you click that particular date range, run the report. The report's actually rather quick. It doesn't take too long to pull up. Now, your screen will not have these fields saved here. I have these automatically saved on this button here, right? The way you want to be able to create this view is you simply just click on one of these three dots. You go to columns, and then you simply just unclick what you don't want to see. You'll probably see all these columns plus a bunch of columns down here. But what I typically do is I'll put manager, I'll put the new, which is the new leads that come in. Pre-qual is a good one. Application, disclosures out, kickback, submission, and funded. This is kind of what I look at a day-to-day basis. Once you set that and you hit, sorry, I didn't hit filter. Once you set that, oh, actually, you don't have to hit filter and exit out. Then you can save that view. So anytime you actually go back and log back into it, these views will be saved. Now, if you have admin access, more than likely you're going to see everyone's statistic. So let's say, for instance, I want to be able to see Bruce's team. The way you want to do that is you go to Manager, you go to Filter, and you just scroll down and you find your name to where you're the manager, wherever Bruce is. Here he is, right here. Then you click Filter, and then you're going to see all of Bruce's team here. And this is yesterday's production. So you'll see the leads that everyone took in and the total amount of leads for the day, which is 15. You see how many soft pulls were ran, and you'll see how many hard pulls were ran. Then you'll see the submission count for yesterday. Now, let's say, for instance, I want to be able to put this in an Excel spreadsheet and chop this up. This is kind of what I did with you guys. You click this Excel export, it'll download right here. Once it's done downloading, you open the export. Sorry, it's another Excel spreadsheet. You enable editing. And then this is kind of how I like to chop it up so you can be able to see what I do. So I make it pretty by simply just highlighting that whole column, going green, and then I'll highlight everything, and then I'll hit bold. And then I'll go here where the borders are at, and I'll do all borders, so that way it looks clean. Now, how do I put what I put for the statistics that I send out for you guys? Simple. So you want to be able to look at the credit report percentage, which is application, which means hard pull credit to the new lead. So what I'm going to do is I want to insert that right here. So I'm clicking the column, and I'm right clicking and I'm hitting insert so I can place a column here, and then I'm titling it credit report percentage. Okay. Then I'm also want to do the same thing with disclosures out. So I'm going to do it to the right of disclosures out, right click, insert, and then just do disclosure percentage. Okay. Now, how do I create the percentage? Simple. You click on the top field. You always do an equal sign for an equation. You take the application with a slash, which means divided by the lead. And then you hit enter, and then you'll see a number there. Right here it says 0 because there's no credit reports to the application. Now you want to run this rule for every rule down here. So what you want to do is just grab this corner, hold it, and scroll down, and it'll run the rule for everything. Now, here's the problem. It doesn't show it in percentage. So once you run the rule, right click it, the rule, uh, there you go, and then go to Format Cells. Once you go to Format Cells, click the percentage category under number, hit OK, and there you go. You'll start to see exactly what you want. I usually get rid of this here because it doesn't make sense, but here, you have 100%, right? Danny Nguyen, 2 applications, 2 leads, converted at 100%. Okay, so now do the same thing here. Equal sign, disclosure, divided by the new leads. You can also do disclosure to application if you want to see what the percentage is. You'll notice that those percentages are usually higher. Scroll all the way down, right click, format cells, percentage, and there you go, right? And that's how you chop it up, right? So if I'm you guys, I send this out daily, right? I'm going in, and I'm not only that, but I'm also adding color to it. If I see someone that, like for instance, James Lee took 7 leads, right? 0 application, 0 credit report percentage, that's to be managed. Hey, listen, Danny's converting at 100%. Danny's converting at 100% right now, and you're at 0, right? Danny's working every lead he has, but he's not. Now, I don't know who James Lee is, whether he's an assistant and he's learning. I'm just kind of giving you guys an example of how you want to be able to do this. Once you do that, you can copy, right? Right click, copy this, drop this into the email, put a little color into it, and then send this every morning. So that way they see what they did from the previous day. So long as you're able to manage your application, your credit report percentage, you'll start to see everything else play its part. Disclosures out, things of that nature. And that's kind of how you want to manage it. Now I will show you just kind of like a year, like a month look back of kind of how that all plays its part. So sticking to Blake's team again, I'm running it for the month. All right, so I'm sorry, not Blake, Bruce's team. I apologize. Right, so like this is how you want to see it. Why did I do that? Let's do that again. So Danny Nguyen, 48 leads, 24 hard pulls. That's 50%. That's actually pretty decent. 13 submissions, 14 disclosures out, right? So he's working every bit of his leads. Jeff Pollock, 22 leads, 7 applications, right? So he's less than 50%. We want to be able to get these guys in the high 60s. Blake has an assistant, so that's the reason why you're seeing skewed numbers. So with his assistant plus his leads, you want to tally those together, right? So yeah, Matt Oliver, he's an assistant, so a lot of that goes to Bruce. But this is just the point. The point of the matter is, this is how you want to be able to manage to it, send out the data, and get it to where you need to be. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Have a wonderful day, guys.